You've probably heard that walking every day keeps you healthy. And yes, it's great for your heart and your mood. But here's what most people don't realize. Walking is actually one of the least effective ways to rebuild muscle after 60. I know that sounds surprising. Most of my patients walk every day. Some even track their steps, proud of hitting 10,000. Yet they still tell me the same thing. Doctor, my legs feel weaker. My arms look thinner. I get tired faster. That's not your fault. After 60, light movement like walking simply doesn't challenge your muscles enough to make them grow. It keeps you moving, but it doesn't wake up the muscle fibers responsible for real strength and balance. To rebuild them, you need something simple, safe, and powerful enough to reactivate those fibers that have been sleeping for years. So in this video, I'll show you 2 easy home exercises that do exactly that. No gym, no weights, no equipment. One strengthens your upper body, the other rebuilds your legs, the very muscles that keep you walking, climbing, and living independently. And stay tuned, because I'll also reveal 3 common exercises you should never do after 60. The ones that secretly wear down your joints and erase your progress. Stay with me till the end. And if this helps, hit subscribe. Let's rebuild your strength safely, one move at a time. What if I told you that one of the best muscle-building tools for seniors is right in front of you? Your wall. And yes, it's been there the whole time, waiting for you to use it differently. You don't need weights or a gym, just a wall and a few focused minutes. Most people believe walking is enough to stay strong. It's great for your heart, but for rebuilding real muscle, it barely scratches the surface. Walking uses over 200 muscles, but very lightly, like running your car engine in neutral. You're moving, yes, but there's almost no resistance. That's why so many older adults walk faithfully every day and still feel weaker month after month. Their legs thin out, arms lose tone, and stairs feel harder. The truth is simple. Without resistance, muscles stop adapting. Exercise number 1, wall push-ups. Now imagine standing in front of a wall. You place your palms flat, take a step back, and press forward with purpose. Instantly, your chest, shoulders, arms, and core come alive. They stabilize your body, support your weight, and resist gravity. That's what wall push-ups do. They turn gentle motion into meaningful strength. Each push activates up to 70% of your upper body muscles, triple what walking can do. And every controlled press sends a message deep inside your muscle fibers. We need more strength here. Scientists call it mechanotransduction. Your body turning movement into a growth signal at the DNA level. That's how your muscles rebuild naturally, one push at a time. Research from the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that adults over 65 who did wall push-ups 3 times a week gained 31% more upper body strength in 12 weeks. Some even regained muscle they thought was gone for good. You can see this principle in action halfway across the world. In the remote Hunza Valley of northern China, farmers discovered this movement centuries ago while resting against stone walls. Over generations, it became a ritual. Even today, Hunza elders in their 80s perform wall presses every morning, strong, upright, and calm. To do it right, stand 1 arm's length from the wall. Palms flat at shoulder height. Feet hip-width apart. Body straight from head to heels. Bend your elbows slowly until your nose is a few inches from the wall. Then press back. That's 1 repetition. Start with 8 to 10 reps, 3 sets, 3 days a week. Step farther back to make it harder. Remember to breathe. Inhale down, exhale up. Don't underestimate the power of something so simple. Every push tells your body it's still alive, still capable, still ready to rebuild. You don't need perfection, just consistency. The wall in your home isn't just a surface, it's a quiet partner in your comeback. Now, before we move on, there's something I need you to know. Some exercises might look harmless, but for older adults, they can quietly strain the joints and undo your progress. So please, don't combine wall push-ups with random moves you see online. Safety always comes first. And here's another truth. If you rely only on wall push-ups, your results will eventually hit a wall too. They strengthen your upper body beautifully, but they don't rebuild the foundation that keeps you standing. Your legs. Your legs carry you through every moment of life. When they weaken, everything becomes harder. Walking, climbing stairs, even getting out of bed. That's why our next exercise is so important. It rebuilds your balance, your confidence, and your independence. Exercise number 2. Chair squats. What if I told you that the strongest exercise for your legs has been right behind you this whole time? Your chair. It's been there all along, waiting for you to use it differently. It may look too ordinary to matter, but that simple seat can become one of the most powerful tools to protect your legs, your balance, and your independence. Walking is great. It keeps your heart healthy and your blood flowing. But it doesn't build the deep strength your legs truly need. When you walk, your body moves forward, not upward. There's little resistance, and your leg muscles never lift your full body weight. That means they aren't challenged enough to grow stronger. That's why so many older adults lose leg strength without realizing it. One day, you're walking fine, and months later, you need both hands to push yourself up from a chair. It's not because you're lazy. It's because walking alone doesn't train the muscles that help you stand. And when those muscles, your thighs, glutes, and calves, weaken, balance becomes harder, and one small stumble can turn into a serious fall. That's where chair squats come in. They're simple, safe, and backed by real science. Most importantly, they activate the largest muscles in your body, the ones that decide whether you can stand tall, climb stairs, and stay independent. Think of every chair squat as a message to your body. I'm still strong enough to rise. Each time you stand, your brain reawakens muscle fibers that may have been silent for years. Your thighs tighten, your hips stabilize, your spine straightens, and your heart rate rises just enough to trigger strength from within. Research shows this gentle stress sparks the release of growth hormones and testosterone, helping rebuild muscle and bone density after 60. In one study from the University of Wisconsin, seniors who practiced chair squats 3 times a week improved leg strength by almost 40% and cut their fall risk in half. Many even regained muscle they thought was gone for good. Dr. Ethan Ross, a neuromuscular specialist, said it best. Every time a senior stands up without help, it's not just muscle, it's dignity. Because strength after 60 isn't about lifting weights. It's about lifting yourself. This wisdom isn't new. In a small mountain village called Bama in southern China, where many people live past 100, elders practice the same movement every morning. No gyms, no trainers, just simple stools. To them, sitting and rising isn't exercise. It's a ritual of gratitude, a reminder that the body is still capable and alive. And you can do the same. Find a sturdy chair, stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, toes slightly forward. Cross your arms over your chest or reach them out for balance. Lower yourself slowly until your hips just touch the seat. Don't collapse. Then press your heels into the floor and rise back up. Keep your chest open, your core tight, and breathe. Inhale on the way down. Exhale as you rise. Start with 8 to 10 reps. Rest briefly, and repeat for 3 sets. Do this 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. When it gets easier, pause for 2 seconds at the bottom before standing. That small change makes a big difference. You might feel your thighs burning. That's not weakness. That's your muscles waking up. That gentle fire is life returning to places that had gone quiet. Strength doesn't come from a gym. It comes from movement that means something. Every time you stand, you're rebuilding not just your legs, but your confidence, your balance, your independence. So today, take a moment to honor that simple motion. Stand up slowly. Sit back down. Then stand again, not out of habit, but with purpose. Because real power after 60 isn't about running or lifting heavy weights. It's about standing tall, steady, and proud, on your own terms. Start today. 1 chair, 1 move, 1 powerful new beginning. Chair squats rebuild the power in your legs. But here's something most people don't realize. Even the best exercises can't save you if you're still doing the wrong ones. And I've seen it too many times. Strong effort ruined by the wrong move. Some exercises look harmless, but for aging joints, they can quietly destroy everything you've worked for. So before we move forward, let's talk about the 3 exercises every senior should avoid, no matter what the internet says. These moves don't just waste your effort. They cause injuries that can stop your progress for months, sometimes even years. If you've ever wondered why your back aches or your shoulders hurt after a good workout, this might be why. Let's go through them one by one. Exercise number 1, sit-ups and crunches. The first one looks harmless, the classic sit-up. Hands behind your head, curling up off the floor, believing you're strengthening your core. But here's the truth. Sit-ups do more harm than good after 60. Every time you curl forward, your spine compresses, your neck strains, and your lower back discs absorb intense pressure. At this age, those discs are thinner, drier, and less flexible than they used to be. One small tweak can turn into weeks of pain. And that's not theory. I've seen the damage firsthand. It builds almost no real-world strength, only stress. Your abs barely activate, but your spine takes the beating. Repetitive spinal flexion adds micro-damage with each rep, and the spine simply doesn't recover like it did at 30. Research shows that nearly 1 in 4 seniors who perform floor sit-ups experience lower back pain severe enough to stop exercising for weeks. Take Naomi, 71. She did 50 sit-ups every morning, proud of her routine, until one day she couldn't get up without sharp pain shooting down her leg. It turned out to be sciatica from repeated strain. We replaced those sit-ups with wall planks and seated marches, safe moves that strengthened her core without hurting her back. Within a month, her pain was gone, and she felt stronger than ever. Her story isn't rare. It's what happens when we train the wrong way. Exercise number 2. Behind the neck shoulder press. The second mistake hides in plain sight. The behind the neck shoulder press. It still appears in gym routines, often shown by young trainers who mean well but don't understand the aging shoulder. Here's the problem. To press weight from behind your head, your shoulders must rotate backward into an awkward position. That motion forces your rotator cuff, the delicate group of tendons that stabilize your shoulder, to carry more stress than it was designed for. Think of your shoulder like a golf ball sitting on a small tee. It's one of the most delicate joints in your body, strong in motion, fragile at the wrong angle. Over time, that constant friction can tear tendons and cause deep shoulder pain that lingers for months. Studies show that nearly 1/3 of older adults who perform behind-the-neck presses develop shoulder impingement or rotator cuff strain within a year. And recovery? It's slow. Once that tendon tears, it rarely heals completely. Isaiah, 68, learned this the hard way. His trainer told him to push through it. After a few weeks, he tore his rotator cuff and had to stop all exercise for 3 months. Everything he'd built, gone. If you want stronger shoulders, use safer moves. Gentle front presses with light dumbbells or wall push-up variations. They build the same muscles, protect your joints, and still deliver results. Exercise number 3, the leg extension machine. And finally, the leg extension machine. It looks safe, even friendly. You sit, lift your legs, and feel that satisfying burn. But that burn comes with a hidden cost. When you push weight from that seated position, the force cuts straight across your knee joint, grinding down the cartilage and stretching the ligaments that hold your knee together. It's especially risky if you've ever had arthritis, knee pain, or stiffness. Your knee is a hinge, designed to bend and straighten under your body weight, not push heavy loads outward. That's why this machine often creates the very pain it's supposed to prevent. Most people don't realize this device was never meant for long-term training. It was designed for short-term rehab under professional supervision, not everyday workouts. If you want strong legs safely, choose chair squats, step-ups, or wall sits. They train your muscles the way nature intended, using your body weight, not fighting against it. Sit-ups stress your spine. Behind-the-neck presses wreck your shoulders. Leg extensions grind your knees. 3 tiny habits that steal your strength 1 rep at a time. If you're over 60, your goal isn't to train harder, it's to train smarter. Your body doesn't need punishment, it needs protection. Every safe, controlled movement you make is a promise to your future self. Forget what looks impressive at the gym. Focus on what keeps you mobile, steady, and pain-free. Because strength at 60 isn't about lifting heavier, it's about living better. Moving with confidence. Getting up without fear. Staying independent for as long as you can. So as you let go of the bad moves, remember this. Your body still remembers how to heal. Now that you know which exercises to avoid, let's talk about the other half of muscle building, the fuel that powers your recovery. Because real strength doesn't just come from movement, it comes from what you put on your plate. At the end of the day, it's not really about exercises or numbers, it's about waking up each morning knowing your body still remembers how to move, how to grow, and how to heal. You've learned how to rebuild your upper body with wall push-ups, strengthen your legs with chair squats, and protect your joints by avoiding risky moves that do more harm than good. Each small motion you make sends a message to your body. I'm still here. I'm still strong. But remember, movement alone isn't enough. Muscles grow from the fuel you give them. The food on your plate can either rebuild you or quietly wear you down. That's why in the next video, we'll talk about 7 everyday foods that speed recovery and help reverse muscle loss after 60. Simple, affordable, real foods. No powders, no gimmicks. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Which part of this video helped you most? Or is there something you'd like me to cover next? Balance, joint pain, or easy meals for strength? Share it below. Your story might inspire someone else's comeback. If this gave you a bit of clarity or hope, give it a like and share it with a friend who might need it today. And don't forget to subscribe, because this is where real strength after 60 begins. Stay kind to yourself, stay consistent, and keep moving forward. Because your best years aren't behind you. They're waiting to be rebuilt. One step, one meal, one push at a time.